Your retention revenue is your highest profit revenue. Every month, we have our strategist that meets with our clients to look at the overall campaign calendar. If we didn't use a system that all of our clients were in, if we had to rely on Slack and email to communicate, there's no way we would be able to get everything done. Typically, our clients are seeing anywhere from 35 to 70% of their revenue attributed back to everything that we're doing for them. What's up, everyone? Mark Milliton here, and today we're going to dive into what Retention Labs is and how it can help your e-commerce business. About 5 years ago, my agency Breadloaf had been running email marketing, doing SMS, and managing all of this for e-commerce brands. We took a step back for a minute and realized we're adding a lot of value to our clients, upwards of anywhere from 25 to 70% of attributed revenue coming back to things that we are managing. So we went ahead and we launched a program called Retention Labs. Retention Labs is the SEAL Team 6 of retention marketing for direct consumer e-commerce brands. We specifically work with brands that are scaling, that have a high LTV, or they're looking to increase the repeat purchase rate. And we help activate all of these retention channels and help build the business that way, which, if you know, your retention revenue is your highest profit revenue. What we focus specifically on is 1, email, 2, SMS, 3, app push, and 4, direct mail, 5, automation, 6, list growth, 7, growth tools. So I'm going to go through all of those things. First 4 are 4 channels, and then a couple of those other items are just additional tools and things that we do for our clients. Within email marketing, we do everything A to Z. We do email and automation, the copywriting, design, implementation. Email is the foundation of our program because once we have email going, the other channels just start building on themselves. How Retention Labs works is you have a team of 6 that are working on your business every single day. We start off with strategy and planning. So you have a strategist, and that strategist who's assigned to your account is responsible for building out your calendar, forecasting out the next 30, 60, and 90 days. As we're talking right now, October 2022, we already have Q4 calendar built out for all of our clients. And we've had that built out since late August, early September, knowing the additional load of work that we're going to have going into holiday season and how we need to forecast out and start working on things well in advance. Every month, we have our strategist that meets with our clients to look at the overall campaign calendar. What type of product releases are coming up? When can we launch strategic promotions? What type of seasonal features can we have into play? What type of content features can we have as well? Do we have any partnerships going on with other brands? Any sweepstakes we're running? What things are going in the business? And then how do we start building stories around things, right? For going into fall, this is a great time in October to launch campaigns that are specific to Halloween. If you've got a brand that's got products that you can launch that are Halloween inspired, one of our clients, Pebby Forever, they're a women's fashion boutique. They launched a whole collection of their hero product shirts called their side slit tees that are all Halloween inspired shirts. Depending on what market you're in, there's a whole new reason to launch certain products or highlight collections and reasons why you would buy. So that's the first thing. We're building out your calendar, we're owning it, and we're making sure that we're sticking to dates. We're getting assets for those dates. We're building things out with our team. Once we have the campaign calendar built out, it goes into our project management system. And this is where our campaign manager actually takes those campaigns and works with our strategist to actually start writing the briefs. So once we have an idea on the campaign, we need a little bit of a brief. Is there an offer? What's going on? What do we need for it? What's the strategy behind it? What's the core objective? What's the CTAs? Our team is asking all these questions and starting to answer them with our clients. It's essentially building a campaign toolkit. We use Basecamp as what we call our client collaboration system. It's essentially the workspace or the office that we're all communicating through worldwide. At Breadloaf, we have team members on the West Coast, the Midwest, East Coast, in Europe, all over the world. And our clients are also all over the world. We're having meetings with clients all over Europe, Asia, the US, and Canada. So when we're communicating, it's super important that we're all in one central repository. If we didn't use a system that all of our clients were in, if we had to rely on Slack and email to communicate, there's no way we would be able to get everything done. we have so many campaigns that are going on at any given time that we have to stay super organized as a team to make sure that we're operating and sharing things properly with clients. So we actually have a specific naming convention we use when we're saying a campaign. We start off with a few letters that defines the client. Once we have a couple letters that defines what client that is, then we go into the month, the date, the year, and then we have a little brief about what the campaign is, usually a couple words, and then the channel, right? Is it email? Is it SMS? Once the campaign manager is working with the strategist, we get all of that built out. Once that's all built out, it then goes into production. The next step is getting the campaign into copy mode. This is where our copywriting team is actually going to start formulating the messaging around the campaign. Once that copy is done, we have some clients that want to review it ahead of time. We have some clients that want to see it when it's all done together. Depending on the client, we can work either way. But we get that copy brief. The copywriter then writes the copy. Upon starting to work with clients too, we have a whole onboarding process to make sure that we're speaking in the right tone and the right voice, and that we understand the personality behind the brand and how we should actually be writing it. So once the copy gets done and it's all ready to go, if it's signed off by the client, needs to get signed off. If it doesn't, it just goes straight to the design team. Our design team then takes the copy along with the brief and starts designing out in the specific type of templates that the client has. Our clients' designs are all over the place, depending on the objective of the brand, their look and feel, their overall brand guidelines. We take the existing brand guidelines from their repository, either it being a Google Drive, Dropbox. We take all of their assets and we start applying it into the design. Now, once that design is done, we then send that over for approval to the client. And if we get any feedback, it needs to go into another revision. We get those notes, we start working back and forth. Basecamp is built where we can easily have a campaign under the calendar for each date. And then we assign subtasks for our team to actually get done so they know what's on the horizon for their daily workload. Once things are done, we can then work with our clients to itemize what's happening through comments and feedbacks. If we need a text or hop on a call, we hop on a call and do it. Usually don't need to because we work so well with clients, and we also have bi-weekly meetings every 2 weeks set in stone at a specific date to review those things as well. Once copy is done, it goes to design. Once design's done and it gets approved by the client, which our campaign manager on the account is reviewing it at all given time, then we assign it for Buildout. This is where our Buildout QA specialist actually builds out the campaign. Some of these campaigns are built in PSD and then they get cut up and then they get loaded and built out in the HTML editor. Some of them have live text, some of them have breakdowns, some of them have some backend code that we have to write in with some scripts. There's a lot of different ways that we build campaigns based on the client's requirements. Once that gets done, we test it out internally. We look at deliverability. We make sure that we QA things, so there's no mistakes. We send our client a test. Once we get that test approved, our campaign build-out specialist then assigns the campaign and pushes it live with the proper segment that we're sending to for that specific campaign. At that point, it gets listed, it's been done, it's approved, and it's set live. Then we have a reporting analyst that handles all the analyst work on how campaigns are performing. Is the revenue hitting the right run rate? What are the open rates looking like? Are we having any issues with open rates across Gmail versus Outlook versus other platforms? We're just overall seeing what's the list health, what's the old analytics, and making sure we're hitting our clients' overall growth objectives and revenue goals. That same analyst sends over monthly reports that's breaking down each channel. So that's the whole team. We call it the SEAL Team 6. It literally is a team of 6. A strategist, a campaign manager, a copywriter, a designer, a campaign build-out specialist, and then a reporting analyst. 6 people, at least 6 people, working on your account at any given time. We have multiple people actually apart from that, just because we make sure we have at least 2 designers, 2 copywriters, and at least 2 build-out specialists that can hop in if someone's out of town or on vacation on our team. And it seems to work very well with our clients and is super transparent upon what's happening. We handle this across email, SMS, app push, and direct mail. We do all the campaign planning, we build out a campaign strategy, we write all the copy, we do the design, we do the reporting, and typically our clients are seeing anywhere from 35 to 70% of their revenue attributed back to everything that we're doing for them. If this is something that you're interested in, wanting to learn a little bit more about, I'd love to offer you a free audit. We usually charge $3,500 for this audit, but because you're watching this video, I'd love to do it for you for free so I can show you instead of tell you what my team can do for you. During this audit, upon you filling out a form and starting the audit process, we'll have a 15-minute call. We'll go through the main objective for the audit, what the process looks like. Typically, it takes us like 5 to 8 business days to get the audit done. After the kickoff call, we'll request access to Shopify, Klaviyo, your SMS platform, your app platform, whatever type of retention channels you're using, we'll get access to it. Then we'll spend the next 5 to 8 days breaking everything down. During that call, we'll also schedule our review call, which will usually be in about a week. During that review call, we'll record it. So one, you're not taking notes viciously to get things done. And after the call, you're going to have the call recording. You're going to have the full slide presentation of everything we went through. And the main objective of this audit is to break down what's good, bad, and ugly. If things are good, we're going to call it out and be like, continue to do that. Do not change it. Continue to do it. If things are not good, we are going to call it out. We're going to go through your overall revenue per channel. Is it running right? We're going to go through all of your automation. We're going to make sure we dissect every automation flow. We're going to go through your list health and your overall email deliverability. We're going to go over the opportunity with other channels. Let's say you don't have an app, right? Let's say you're not doing direct mail. Let's say you're not doing SMS. Let's say you're not in the right platform. Maybe you're still using MailChimp or ActiveCampaign. We're going to tell you the benefits of moving into some other software to be able to run the marketing for your business. During this audit, we're going to give you a full roadmap and a game plan. We charge $3,500 for this. It is a lot of work. I'm betting that you're going to like what you see here, and you're going to also see what my team and I can do for you, and you're going to want to work with me after this. And hey, no pressure. If it's not the right fit, if you don't want to, I'm happy to do the audit, and all I want is your feedback after it. Fill out a little survey for me. Let me know how your experience is. If you like it, leave a little testimonial. But this whole objective of the audit is to tell you what we're going to do for you. We're going to tell you what action items need to be taken, what channels need to be implemented, where's their opportunity, what flows need to be built, what your campaign cadence needs to be moved forward. We're going to give you a bunch of ideas on what type of campaigns you can be running. And this is going to help you generate at least 15 to 20% more revenue throughout the first 3 to 6 months of you implementing these changes. 99% of the time we do these audits, we get under the hood and we find things, and the brands that are able to fix it, either with us doing it directly or them implementing what we tell them to do, see a massive lift overall in their business. If you're interested in this audit, fill out the audit request form. I'll put a link below this video so you can check it out. And I look forward to auditing your brand soon. We've had hundreds of brands go through this audit process, and everyone has had nothing but great feedback. We put in the hours and the time and invest into you because we're banking that you're going to like what we have to say, and there might be an opportunity for us to work with each other. And it also gives us a roadmap on what the first 6 months of our agreement looks like. What do we want to implement? What do we want to do? If we start working together and sign a contract, we hit the ground running. We know exactly what needs to be happening. At the end of that audit, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about how we work, how we break things down, and if there's an opportunity for us to work, what's the budget, what's the timeline, and what's the implementation plan look like. I hope that was helpful, and I'm really looking forward to you scheduling an audit with my team and I soon, and have a great day. Thanks.